All right, we've got a service call down here to a house that has a gas pack on it. And looks like a Grand Aire gas pack with a busted P-trap. I heard the burner light. There's decent flashing on it. 2008. They said I put it in. This must be one of those where I was trying to find the cheapest thing I could. Bought one of these Baker specials. This guy is he's actually a builder, but he's a friend of mine. This is his mother-in-law's house. So, let's see if we see anything funny going on here, and hope not to have to take the lid off this thing, but it's not that bad if we do. This one side comes off. You can see it's not terrible on a old Nordine Grand Aire. I don't really remember putting it in, but he says I did, I guess. Piece of gas tight, or is that a... That's a piece of gas tight out here. So... I don't see the flame acting up. And I see the Run Cap Bandit has been here, boy. Left one right there. Hung one by the wires and laid it on the induced draft. You can see up there where it should mount. So I don't know who did that. That was definitely not me. But I just wanted to look at the flame right quick and see if I thought I saw anything out of place besides the busted P-trap. And if I remember, I think actually you can see the heat exchanger inside that door right there, a good bit of it. But the lid comes off easy when they're not against the wall. You know, when there's a flashing, you can get this lid off and pretty much see the whole thing. So we'll open it up if... All right, let's take a look inside of it here. Phew. That one looks pretty bad. So we decided to go ahead and replace the Grand Aire unit and we used the same flashing. It worked out pretty good. I got my new Supco magnetic umbrella here. Pretty cool. Little magnet sticks right on the unit, and you turn this and put it on the side or whatever you're gonna do, and as you can see, it's gonna keep rain off of me, so I can find whatever's wrong here from the factory. We've got some sort of dead short somewhere. Look at that. This is where the fuse goes, and when it burnt the original factory fuse, it did all that. So installer took that out and stuck a couple of regular spade fuses in there, trying to find what was wrong. He totally unhooked the thermostat wires completely, so we knew it wasn't coming from the house, and it still blew a fuse. So he had to go ahead and get to another job, and I'm gonna have to root around in here, see if I can find what's going on. All right, so I'm gonna use this Short Finder Pro tool here. Of course, immediately when I hooked it up, it lit up. And I'll tell you what that looks like to me. Those black marks like that, that looks like high voltage getting to the low voltage to me. That's just what, you know, I cannot imagine 5 amps of 24 volts scorching that like that. So we got to have a real problem here somewhere. So let's see if we can find it. All right. So I just started unplugging stuff and watching the short tool, and finally got down to this one. Of course, this is the last thing I unplugged. So this right here is just a jumper from R to BK, red to, you know, that's all that is a jumper. But if you look, you can see it, that doesn't go anywhere. It's just getting pinched, and that's what is shorting us out. So what I'm gonna do, rather than take all this apart, is I'm gonna cut this wire right here, and I'm gonna cut it right here, and I'm gonna wire nut this jumper back together, and it's gonna be fine. And after I cut it, I may try to pull this out and see if I can, you know, see if I can pull it out of there, but that's definitely the problem. So let's hook it back up and we'll see. All right, so actually when I got the right angle on it, I was able to just pull it right out, and you can see what I mean by all that is a jumper wire. And you can see right there where it was pinched by the metal, that it was bolted in behind at the factory. So that's not broken, but I'm gonna go ahead and cut it and wire nut that together and put it back on, and I'll bet you the Short Finder tool does not light up, and I can touch orange and or red and white together and she fires off. All right, so we fixed it with a wire nut. It really wasn't even cut completely, but I just thought that'd be better, so I went ahead and cut it the rest of the way. Took a little piece of it out, and the Short Finder tool is not lit up, and I would bet that she fires up. Yep. So I'm gonna wire this thermostat back in and put the doors back on it and turn the heat on. All right, I stuck that little fuse holder in there. It's a little bit better than this. I have not seen low voltage cook that hard before. but it sure made some black marks. I mean, that's bad. That gets me worried as to what the condition of the windings in the transformer are now. But let's plug her in and see if she fires up. Should be okay now. Gas on? Hard to see any flame on these new burners. We better go inside and warn her that it's going to smell. All right, she's running. And we left the stupid load control there for the power company. They can come put it back up themselves. Evidently all we had was white silicone today. Didn't have any clear, but we were able to use that same flashing. It was actually nicer than something we were going to fabricate in the field, so we put it back on there. So it's a two-stage variable speed, 15 SEER, two-stage heating, variable speed blower, single-stage cooling, 15 SEER. We like these. XL15C is the, homeowner model. But it's a YCY is our model number we go by. So we kept the other pad, bricked up the end of it a little here, and just to make it look good and stay there. Had a really good solid foundation before, so we did not want to pick that one up. Also going to give a big shout out to Supco for making this repair possible without me having to sit out here in the rain. And a big shout out to this Short Finder Pro, Short Pro Tool, whatever you call it. I forget who makes this thing, but I really like it. Manufactured in the USA. Global or something, it looks like it says. But I really like that tool. It's handy when you have a problem to find. And I do like that magnetic adjustable umbrella. My little piece of Reflectix kept me from sitting in the mud because my stool was a little too tall. So everything should be okay here now. Thanks for watching.